Joining me, we have Dr. Dharinder Tayal, spokesperson of the BJP, Shivanand Hulyalkar, spokesperson of the Congress Party. I'm also being joined by Tehseen Poonawalla, who's a political analyst, and Kishore Subramaniam, financial expert here. Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you all for joining me. I know you have been waiting very patiently. I will beg your indulgence for 5 more minutes because I first want to get in a response from Ray Locker, who's a very senior journalist who's joining us from the United States, because I don't think Ray would want to be the part of a domestic debate here at this point. Ray, so quickly coming to you first. Thanks for joining us, number one. What exactly, in your assessment, was Donald Trump meaning when he says that US aid was being used to get someone else elected at the behest of the Biden administration, someone else elected in India here? Because he hasn't mentioned a time frame. And as we have discussed in my introduction here, the dates and the persons in power, both in the United States and India, don't really match up.
Well, first of all, Donald Trump often doesn't know what he's talking about. Second, he's a liar. He told more than 30,000 lies during his first term as president. That's been documented by a number of reports, and he's lying now. And this whole Department of Government Efficiency investigation of USAID is bogus. It shouldn't be happening. Elon Musk and his minions have no business going in there. And you're right. If this happened in 2019, he was president. So what's he talking about? I mean, I've reviewed dozens, if not hundreds, of USAID contracts over the course of my career. You can find these records online very easily. They've been reviewed by the Government Accountability Office to decide whether they're effective or not. In many cases, they're not really effective, particularly those that were in like war areas like Afghanistan. So I know what to look for here. I don't know what these guys are talking about. They have no transparency. Now Trump is coming up with this. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's doing it to stir up trouble because that's what he does. And guess what? People are biting on it. You know, you saw that debate that you just showed where people in the Lok Sabha are complaining about election interference. Prove it. There is no proof. So I find this very frustrating as an American who's been involved in government and politics for a long time. We have these people just talking about all sorts of crazy stuff with no proof at all.
So, Ray Locker, just to sum up what you're saying that, I mean, it's a fact that Donald Trump has been known to be economical with the truth. That's a charitable thing to be said for him. And you're also saying that Donald Trump has a habit, especially in the second term of his presidency, in the months or so he has taken charge, of continuously playing to the domestic galleries. In your assessment, then, is India doing, or are political parties in India doing a grave misstep by taking his words literally and so seriously and using that to influence their own, and having their own domestic politics influenced?
Absolutely. I mean, you know who you're dealing with. You know, it's not going to work out well for you to take his word with no proof and get all spun up about what's going on, what he's saying, and try to score some, daily news cycle political advantage with your rivals, whether in Congress or the BJP or whatever. It doesn't make any sense. It's not productive. And so you're getting all worked up because somebody who is a liar is telling you something false.